Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. Just say hello. I have a fairly balanced track, a little bit clunky, but I should be able to do something here. Fives, I'll go with fives for 30. Okay. I have drawn the first blank. Protozoa. Almost. What about the eye? Taproot is good. That plays just looking at the eye. Not seeing anything through the eye, but I think there is something. I'm going with taproot. I draw only consonants, that's a problem. But bite is good, so that'll work out okay. Opponent likely to play in the trip lane. Zex is good, but no way to score in two directions with the X. I have literally no vowels at all, so I have to play through either the I or one of the O's here. Otherwise it's a change for me. Oh, opponent's taken my spot, but I do have knight, which works out quite nicely. 30 points. Now I've drawn some vowels, so I have a little bit of flexibility. The B and X and H together, not great, but I should be able to score. Biter won't score very much. Benight. Oh, that's benight with a K. Reeboks. Or is that Boxia? Opponent taking some time with this move. I do also have X here for 36, but it gives back big scores underneath if opponent has an O or a Y. Don't like that. I have there 21. I'd like to get rid of this B. Opponent down to under 9 minutes now. Okay, opponent has played. So actually now X looks a little bit more attractive because nothing goes under locks. So that's a 38-point play. Yeah, I don't like the rack leave, but I do like the score. Herb is 28 with IXI. I'll go with X here for 38. Okay, luckily I didn't draw another I. I have birth on the rack and breath. For L, obviously a hot spot for two-directional play. Opponent likely to play in the spot here. Aru is good. Yeah, opponent does play there. I do have birth here now with WIT as a rack leave. I think I will go with this. Yeah. Okay, this is getting closer to bingo territory. I could take out the I was going to say take out these bingo lanes, but Iwi scores only 8, but it does frustrate the I and R. Well, it takes the I out. The R would be a little harder to utilize, but the B, a bingo likely to begin with the B. So Iwi's not great, and this lane, well, I don't see any fantastic scores there either. I have the car component of a word. IEST endings, I need to keep an eye, but there's no E to utilize. So I think There'll be quite a few extensions to knight. Okay, this looks alright. So CH takes an A and an I in front. So for example, a play of warts would score quite well. 37 points. I like that. The other option was to block here, but for 8 points, no, doesn't make sense. Not a good pickup at all. This is pretty bad. What to do? Do I change or do I play through this? Caviar. That has to be better than changing. Clunky. FMG. Film. Philo. Can't place my M above the I and get two directions with that one. So now mache is good. Arret, but not aret. Fret. No. What about, I could play mog and gash. No, it just gives back too much to opponent. I think playing through this I would be a good idea to kill off or heavily frustrate the B, take out the I. Yeah, I think I'll go with mill for 21. Yaw doesn't take any front hooks. Okay, I draw a third O, which is unideal. And just wondering how to resolve this rack. Vog, but the rack leave pretty poor. I don't have anything for going in front of X, which would be an R. Bingo's beginning PR would be high scoring. Opponents played Uvia in the spot I was going to play. Thinking of doesn't make sense to just play an O there. Well, it's 13 points, takes out the T lane, and it doesn't give a whole lot back to opponent. I think I might play this actually, because that's a useful lane. I'd like to get rid of more than one O, but I think this has merit. And it also kills the PR bingo option. So I quite like that play. I have gooeyest on my rack. No place to play that currently. Stoogie. Stoogie. Will opponent create an opening? Os takes an E. Opponent resigned. Wow. Okay. That's a shame. There was still a blank to come. Let's see what we missed. Okay, so fives was okay to begin with. Then Zoa for 46. Opponent had Ionizer as a 4-timer. Lovely rack. Ionizer for 64. He went with Zoa. Then Rat Proof. That's quite nice. Onto the F, getting the P doubled. And Azeotropy. Very nice. And it can be spelt with an E as well. Azeotropy. Parotoid is the one I think I was thinking of. Parotoid Trupial. I have seen Trupial before. So I went with Taproot. And then Chi for 26 comes down for opponent. I had Knight for 30, which was best. And All Night, that's a nice extension for Knight. First time I've ever seen it as an 8, so that would have been nice. Opponent went with All. X for 38, 26 equity, but Ibex 31 with a much better rack leave. F11, Ibex. Perfect play. Yeah, should have spotted that. Even though X scored more, the equity was higher with the play of Ibex because of the rack leave. Trender, okay, not playable. Opponent went with Trend. And Birth Night, that's quite a nice extension for Night. Who would have thought? Birth Night. So there were quite a few extensions there. Priest for 30, opponent had. And he paid C, but look at this Twist Car. Twilight. But Twist Car was playable at 13A, pluralizing C. Twist Car. Never seen that before. Fantastic. I hope I'll remember that one. And I went with Warts, which scored 37. Opponent had a little bit of a rough time with vowels here. And he went with Vo. Caviar for 24. Ochre for 38. That's here. Although it's a good score, it just gives back too much. There are loads of hooks for OW, and that could easily have been a 30 to 50 point play, or worse if opponent bingos. And I had to assume that he was close to a bingo because he was playing off, just 2 tiles there. So, although it's a big score, what about Vac? Vac would have worked. Shocking rack leave, but 37 with no danger. Yeah, I like Vac. Caviar was good as well because it took out 2 lanes, the I and the R. Well, it meant that opponent would have had to begin his bingo with an I, or I in second or third place. So yeah, there was merit to playing Caviar. Now opponent getting closer to bingo territory here, but the UW combo not ideal for him. He had yaw, and then I've got flog for 26 at 5C. Oh, yawl and flog, that's quite nice actually, I like that. MOS, decent rack leave. What did I go with? MILF. Oh, I wanted to take out the B and the I, because the I was still semi-useful to opponent for bingos with the I in second or third spot, or even in first spot. So, and then I think the B actually combines with this rack to form a bingo. I was thinking of obdurate, but not quite. Anyway, that was my thinking behind MILF. And then opponent plays Uvir. Now I've got Ooze for 18. Okay, that's quite nice. But I thought EXO was a good play because it took out the T floater, and also PR and PL bingos were extinguished as an opportunity for opponent. And then he resigned. So he was only 99 behind, but still a blank to come, and J. So I guess he just didn't want to struggle through it. I hope you enjoyed watching that half game, and I will see you next time.